Hey guys, welcome to Girl Meets Green. My name's Norma. As you can see, we are ending our Love is Blind Season 2 interactions with the reunion. I know I'm super late. Not gonna lie, I got discouraged and then I got encouraged because my last Love is Blind episode has 600 plus views right now. I think that's incredible. I have 12 subscribers, which I know it's like, girl, 12. But I'm pretty sure a higher percentage of that is people I don't know. Like, I think that's so dope because, like, I mean, I've posted about it, but like, it's not like it got a bunch of views or those subscribers came when I posted about it. I posted about it 2 weeks ago when it was uploaded. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just so freaking excited because I'm like, the fact that that video could get that many views, like, you're doing something right. So I was like, girl, literally I was supposed to work today. I switched shifts with someone for tomorrow because I was like, I'm going home and I am filming because we're back. So thank you guys for the encouragement. I know that was a little long. Let's jump right into it. The reunion. The reunion, if I do say so myself, was a hot mess. Let's talk about Shayna first. Okay. First things first with Shayna, straight up off the bat, I just need her to admit that she was just not attracted to Kyle. I don't know why she keeps making it about this religion thing, because I personally think she would have just shut it down as soon as she found out the religion situation, right? If that was like the deal breaker, I refuse to believe she would have said yes. Like, I don't know. But anyways, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna say it right now. I just think she just wasn't attracted to him, and that's what it was. And not that he's an ugly guy. It's just not her type of guy. She was shady as heck on the show, but I will say she acknowledges it. She doesn't seem very apologetic for it, probably because she just feels like that's just who she is. I don't know, like, but she was apologetic for it in the sense of like how it affected Natalie. It didn't seem like she thought about that in the moment, and then she was just, but like she wasn't apologetic for like why she did it for herself and stuff. Also her trying to act like, no, I didn't do it to try to like win Shane back. Yes, you did, because like you literally went over there like, hey, got engaged, just want to say I still like you. No? Okay, moving on to Kyle. Okay, Kyle was doing a little bit too much for me in this reunion. He was like, but why would you say yeah? But I still don't understand why you say yeah. But why would you? But what was? And she's just like, I don't know what more you want me to say. I said I should have said no. You know, like, she's agreeing with him and he just keeps saying the same stuff. And it's kind of like, I mean, dude, she's not denying it. No one's denying it. What more needs to be said about this? And the fact that Nick and Vanessa let that go on for as long as it did, it was just like, eh. Then we've got Sal. And now Sal, Salito, Salsa. I'm gonna do that forever. He is just too much of a sweetheart, and it made me so mad because I was like, just call her out. Like, and I know he's just too sweet to do it. I'm sure Sal is not perfect, but I feel like, and I could be wrong, but right now I feel like I could confidently say that he's just a really sweet-hearted person. And like, just, you could see how upset he was by whatever happened behind the scenes or however things were going, but he was just too sweet to talk about it. And you could see that it was clear that to him he felt like Mal, I don't want to say was in the wrong, but like was the issue with that. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like he was like, Mal, you know, like, I don't want to say it, but you know. And we all got from the show, regardless of editing, she was just not into Sal. I wish she would have said something. Other than that, I just hope he's happy. I've seen some posts of him saying that he's dating someone, but he couldn't say who yet because the reunion wasn't out. But I guess I also saw Jarrett, was it Jarrett? I think it was Jarrett posting something about like, give us a few more weeks. There's so much more we want to share, but we can't because of contracts and legal and da-da-da. So I'm curious if like he posted that too early and then found out he couldn't say who it was yet. But I'd be interested to see. There was speculation that it was Natalie, but apparently Natalie has cleared that up and said that they're just really good friends and he's a sweetheart, which who wouldn't want to be friends with Sal? But anyways, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'll do an update post if something interesting happens. If someone says something interesting once this legal contractual stuff is gone. Or I don't know if Jared was just talking shit. But there's that. Mal, honestly, the same thing in reverse of Sal. I wish that she would just be honest about the situation. And I feel like that was the communication style differences. Was like, he's trying to speak on it and she's like, ugh. And you could see that in that scene where she freaking gaslights him into believing that the situation was nothing and it was like smaller than what he's making it out to be. Meanwhile, we can all see it was not in fact smaller. Natalie, Natalie, Natalie. I hope that since that reunion, she's had some realizations, because I'm so tired of her shrinking herself for this man. In that reunion, he had the nerve to convince her to say something like, I know I probably like pushed you into saying those words. Baby, nobody can make nobody do anything. Also, no one is responsible for your emotions. I don't care what anyone says. I know people like, when you find the right person, they'll be what you want them to be. No, nobody but you is responsible to make you feel beautiful, to make you feel worthy, to make you feel loved, to make you feel happy, to make you feel sad. You are the only person in control of all of that. I'm so tired of her like shrinking herself, or like making her feeling smaller so that they don't like make him feel away. Like, you know, when he did the whole thing in the pods, at the end of the day, that was messed up. We have Shane, who asked her to be his girlfriend and then continues to talk to another girl. Now, don't get me wrong, I get this experiment, but if you ask her to be your girlfriend, that should be the end of all other conversations. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know why it didn't click in his head. But all that to say, then she, like, when they come back to talk again after that whole blowout because of the Shayna thing, when he thought she was Shayna, she's like, oh, I don't want you to feel that way, and I don't want you, like, trying to placate him or, like, make him feel better, when it's like, he messed up. You don't need to be making him feel better about anything. Like, he needs to be trying to fix it. What is going on here? And so that's my thing with her. I hope that since she's realized that, I hope she's not trying to like talk to him again or but get back with him, which it seems like she's not. I think I've heard some interviews where she was like, yeah, nope. Like, things have come out, or I don't know. Also with the Sal situation, I heard that he was like hitting up Sal on some shit. So I'm sure he's probably shown his colors. Okay, Shane, we're gonna be real quick about Shane. I feel like Shane was not held accountable. Everyone was so busy with Shake's annoying behind. He just slid right under the radar. But not with me. He did not take accountability. He's sitting up there like, you know, you gotta take accountability. Like, I'm taking accountability for myself. He didn't take accountability for anything. Here's the thing, guys. What the things Shane was saying, like when Natalie was talking and he's like, but you're trying to make this seem like it was all me. Like, I know I did some stuff, but it's like I'm the bad guy and you're the good guy. And da-da-da. All that stuff he was saying is equivalent to like, I'm sorry you felt that way. Basically, I'm just trying to say him taking accountability got wiped away as soon as he tried to force her to find fault in their breakup. My dearest Deepti, we love her. We have no bad things to say about her. Poor thing went through the ringer, but she came out on top. I personally thought she was very much into Shake and very much into that relationship. And so, I don't know, I find it funny that people were like, she's the same, because it's like, she's not, because she was open to, like, you know, being with an Indian man, being with a brown man. So, I mean, yeah, the two, I don't think the two compare. And in their reunion, this was, I know I haven't really talked about the reunion too much, because I'm just talking about the characters and, like, where they're at. But in the reunion, I think where they went wrong with Shake was everyone was kind of, like, attacking, and since Shake had already seen, I feel like he saw the like his portrayal in the show and was like, okay, they painted me as the villain, I'm gonna come to this reunion being the villain. And so he's being all extra annoying and all that, and everyone's responding how he expected them to, how he wanted them to, by acting the way he's acting. And I think the problem with that is nobody could get the actual message to him, which is, it's okay to have preferences. No one is saying you cannot. What people are saying is how you express those preferences and the reasoning behind those preferences too. Let's not forget that, but we're not going to talk too much about that piece. The way you express those preferences is the issue. You were really disrespectful towards this woman. According to the cast, he said worse than what we saw on the TV. But he was very disrespectful. In front of her, it was like, you're this amazing woman, and you know, the attraction isn't quite there. Like, he was trying to make it seem smaller than it was, when it was like, you don't want her, you didn't want her at all. Make it make sense. So that's where I think they failed, was because of all the attack. Why are you saying that? You sound dumb. You sound this. They couldn't get the message to him where he maybe might receive it. And I say maybe because they could have done it all right and he still wouldn't. When people don't want to admit they're wrong or have a problem, you can't help them until they're ready to say, yeah, it's an issue that I need to fix. He tried to apologize later. He made this public apology and was like, I already apologized to her in private. Turns out he like texted her or sent her basically what he said in that video that we saw to her. She never replied, and he posted it. Like, so trying to make it sound like, you know, we've already had a conversation, we're good, so you guys got to be good with me, which I think is slimy. It's crappy. And something Deepti said too was like, it's too little too late, which is true. It's like you fought so hard to be like, I'm not wrong, and then you're like, oh, I was wrong. And it's like, you're only doing that because people are on your butt. You're only sorry you got caught. Like, you're not sorry that you did it, you're sorry that everyone is on you about it. And that's just how it goes with Shake. Moving on to Nick and Danielle, we find out that they're doing great. She's moved into his apartment. They've both adopted from each other's lifestyles, which we love. We love a great mesh. I thought it was super, super dope that they were so open about the fact that they go to couples therapy. So it sounds like they're doing great. We all know how we felt about Danielle and everything throughout the whole show. I definitely think a lot of that had to do with the pressure of the show and the things you go through on that show, the emotions you go through and all that. I never thought they were a bad fit. I think everyone agreed. Watching that show, I think it was more like everyone was like, they shouldn't get married, like they should wait, she needs to work on herself, things like that. I think it was cool that they were able to come to a place where it was like, we can be together while you figure your stuff out too. Like, I can support you in that in a way you need. So I thought that was really cool with them. Not too much to say there. Jared and Ayana, similar to Nick and Danielle. Like, I don't have much to say. Nick and Danielle proved us wrong. Jared and Ayana, I think they're just as dope as I thought they've been the whole show. Like, I think they're so dope. I think they have the dopest communication skills. Like, they kill it. Like, you can see that, like, they're both really comfortable saying to each other, this is bothering me, or I don't like that, or we should do this, and having like a conversation about it. I think that's so cool. Also, I want to mention, now that I mentioned those two couples, something that I thought was so funny that I was hearing a lot was people feeling like they were fake. You know, like, oh, it's too much fakeness. They was holding on to each other. Like, they was all leaning on each other and stuff. Like, let each other go. Like, y'all doing too much. And I think people felt that way, because at first I kind of did too. I was kind of like, this is too much. Why is everybody so close? But I realized, like, okay, we think that because it's like you're married. Like, you know, most of the time when you think of married people, you think of people who are like past that phase. But we have to remember, these people have only been married for like 9 months. So they're still very, very much in the honeymoon stage. So like, of course they're gonna be like lovey-dovey. So that's something I felt like I should point out, because I feel like a lot of us were like, this looks fake. And then I was thinking about it actually this morning and was like, well, I mean, it's gonna look fake to us because they're all huggy, lovey-dovey, but like, they're in the honeymoon phase. They haven't even been together a year, like together, not even married. Like, they haven't been together even a year. Well, probably between the experiment and like now. I feel like something they missed an opportunity of in the reunion was to show like who these people really are. Vanessa talked about Mal saying like, oh, like, you know, there's a part of her that you don't get to see in the show. Like, there's a whole other side of her and all this stuff. I feel like the reunion would have been a great opportunity for that to be presented, right? Like, when they were talking to everyone, it was like they were just bringing up stuff that like mattered but didn't matter, or things that could get a quick answer. Like, I don't know, it didn't need to be that. They could have, you know, Mal could have been like, you know, I was guarded for XYZ reason. I'm actually also like this, and I also, you know, bring this to the table. Whatever it was, like, just allowing people to be who they really were. And then the other thing I feel, well, after watching everything through, editing could have been so much better to present a way better story. Like, in the reunion, we hear Kyle saying how he should have proposed to Deepti, and we're like, oh, is that him shooting his shot? And then we find out that he was actually her number 2. They actually had a connection. We literally did not see that at all. So I'm like, what the heck? And apparently Natalie had another proposal. Like, there were so many filler moments that they could have put this into. Like, when Natalie's proposal, they were like, oh, we didn't include it because, like, it wasn't integral to her story. It was really random. It was in the beginning. But it is, like, important for her story, you know? Like, I think that would have been such a funny little thing to put in there of him proposing and her being like, no, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, whatever that moment was, there was spacing for that, is what I'm trying to say. Editing could have been way better to tell a way better story. Like, to see Deep D's connection with Kyle, to see her talk about why she's gonna choose Shake over Kyle, or why, you know, this connection dropped, or whatever it was. That is all I have for you about Love is Blind. If you are interested in them, definitely check out the stuff going on with them now. I think it's so interesting to see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did. Comment down below if you think that Deep D and Kyle are now dating. Subscribe for more content like this, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.